On today's Mythic Cinematics episode is Aphrodite. From the deep blue sea, where the waves danced beneath the morning sun, something miraculous began to form. Out of the foam of the ocean, a figure slowly rose, graceful, radiant, and unlike anything the world had ever seen. She stood upon a seashell, her golden hair glimmering with drops of seawater. The wind carried her gently to the shore of Cyprus. Wherever her feet touched the sand, flowers bloomed. The gods would soon give her a name, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. When Aphrodite arrived on Mount Olympus, all eyes turned toward her. The gods and goddesses could not look away. Her beauty was so powerful it stirred hearts and created envy. Zeus, king of the gods, saw this and worried that her charm might cause endless fighting among them. To keep peace, he decided Aphrodite should marry Hephaestus, the god of fire and craftsmanship. Hephaestus was kind and gentle but not handsome. He worked tirelessly in his forge, shaping armor and weapons for the gods. Though he loved Aphrodite deeply, her heart did not belong to him. She longed for passion and excitement, and soon her eyes turned to another Ares, the fierce god of war. Their love was fiery and secret. They met in hidden places, far from Hephaestus's forge. But secrets among gods do not last long. Hephaestus discovered their affair and decided to expose them. Using his skills, he created a magical net made of gold so fine it was invisible, but so strong no one could break it. One day, as Ares and Aphrodite lay together, the net fell upon them and trapped them in its shining web. Hephaestus called the other gods to witness what had happened. The gods came, saw the trapped lovers, and laughed. Not out of cruelty, but because love and war, the two strongest forces in the world, had been caught together in one golden snare. Embarrassed yet unbroken, Aphrodite freed herself and left Olympus for a time. Love, she knew, could never be contained by rules or chains. Wherever Aphrodite went, love followed. When she smiled, hearts opened. When she wept, they broke. She blessed mortals with beauty, desire, and longing. But she also taught them that love could bring both joy and sorrow. For love, she believed, was not just a gift, it was a test. One of the greatest stories about Aphrodite began at a wedding feast. All the gods and goddesses were invited, except for Eris, the goddess of discord. Angry at being left out, Eris appeared uninvited and threw a golden apple into the crowd. On it were carved the words, "For the fairest." Immediately, three goddesses claimed it: Hera, queen of the gods; Athena, goddess of wisdom and war; and Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. The argument grew fierce, so Zeus appointed a mortal prince named Paris, son of the king of Troy, to decide who deserved the apple. The three goddesses stood before Paris. Each tried to win his favor with promises. Hera offered him power and wealth, the rule over mighty kingdoms. Athena offered him wisdom and victory in every battle. Aphrodite offered something far more tempting, the love of the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris thought for only a moment before placing the golden apple in Aphrodite's hand. She smiled, her eyes shining like the sea, and she kept her promise. She helped Paris win the heart of Helen, the beautiful queen of Sparta. But Helen was already married. When Paris took her away to Troy, her husband gathered an army to bring her back. The result was the Trojan War, a battle that lasted 10 years and filled the world with sorrow. All from one apple, one choice, and the power of love. Aphrodite stood by Paris and Helen during the war, protecting them from harm as best she could. Even when the city of Troy fell, she saved her son Aeneas from the flames, guiding him to safety. From his descendants, legends say, would rise the Roman people who would later call her Venus, their own goddess of beauty. Though many saw her as a goddess of desire, Aphrodite was more than that. She was the balance between tenderness and chaos, between creation and destruction. Love could build kingdoms, but it could also burn them down. She understood that beauty fades, hearts break, and yet love always returns, like waves to the shore. In every age, Aphrodite's spirit lived on. Painters carved her from marble. Poets sang her name. Lovers prayed for her blessing. They imagined her rising from the sea, her shell glowing with sunlight, her eyes calm yet full of mystery. To this day, her name is spoken whenever people talk about love, beauty, or passion. Aphrodite remains the symbol of everything that makes life worth living. She reminds us that love cannot be tamed, and beauty cannot be measured. From the gentle waves to the deepest depths of the human heart, she is always there, eternal, radiant, and unforgettable. Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. Born from the foam, she became the heartbeat of the world. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with fellow mythology lovers. Thank you for watching, and we'll meet again on the next episode of Mythic Cinematics.